Hello everybody, hello family and friends. I just want to thank you all for all your love and support recently with, before and since Dad passing away on Father's Day, just 12 days ago now. All your emails and cards and voicemails and texts and Facebook posts and every other way you've shown your support before and after Dad's passing. It's really appreciated. Some of the messages you left on our home phone, I was able to play for Dad in his final days. So those meant a lot to him and to me too. So I wanted to thank you for all that. I sure do miss my best friend, but I'm just gonna grieve and do whatever crying and thinking and whatever I need to do, and then just kind of try and move on as best I can. It's tough. Of course, I miss him greatly, and I get thinking about Mom too. And 14 years prior to Dad passing away, pretty much, she had passed away, and that's when I quit my job and told Dad I'd spend a year with him. I commit to taking a year off to make sure he was okay, because he was pretty despondent and didn't have much will to live, and was really worried about him. So almost 14 years later, I didn't work that whole time and spent most of it, and of course more and more as years went by, with him, and making sure he was okay and making sure he was happy and positive, and he sure taught me a lot about being positive. I thought I was the real positive one, but he really was more positive than I, and it was just amazing how kind and loving he was. Gosh, especially after the stroke, I wasn't sure how he was going to be after that, and he just was super loving after that, even more than before, and more expressive of that, and with a lot of just a lot of hand holding and telling each other we loved each other. And I told him at least 4 times a day I loved him, and he always told me back he loved me. I'd tell him morning, noon, and night, and bedtime, and sometimes even more. So there's nothing that was left unsaid. We had a lot of talks and a lot of great times, a lot of trips, a lot of laughs. I mean, anybody that came and saw him could vouch for that. He was a real prankster and a laugher, and he's just really a pleasure to be around. Just a kind man. I never saw him yell. He never yelled at me. I never saw him. He was never mean to me. Just always set a great example of how to treat others, and I learned a lot from him and from Mom too. I'm missing her lately, even more than I had, when Dad was around. But I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm strong, and I know they'll be grieving, and I'm just not worried about it if I cry a little bit, and I do, and I just that's okay. I think I'll make it through fine. And Dad and I talked a lot about that too, about what he'd like me to do, what he envisioned me doing. So I'm 61. I've got some years to live, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you in the future. So please keep Dad in your thoughts. Remember when you go to Yosemite, and if you go there, make sure you ask me where his favorite spots are, and which a few of them are Glacier Point and Twin Bridges up on the Lyle Canyon Trail up above Tuolumne Meadows. It's a beautiful spot. That's where his ashes will be scattered in the fall, in the Lyle Fork of the Tuolumne River. So just please keep sharing, if you can, your thoughts about him. There's not going to be a celebration of life anytime soon with the environment we're in, so we're not going to be getting a large group of people together. So if you can share your thoughts about him, what you learned from him, what you loved about him, if you can write those to me, put them on Facebook, send me a text, leave a voicemail on our home phone. I've got a number of those that I've held on to, and those are really special to listen to. So please remember Dad, and in any way that you can, and it's great to hear how other people saw him, and it really is enlightening, and it's really a pleasure to see how much joy he gave other people and how people viewed him. So please keep that up if you can. I really appreciate that. So thanks for everything. Thanks for all the love and support, and hopefully I'll see a lot of you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Here, I'm going to show you around the room just a little bit. This is where Dad spent the last 17 months. Here we are in our living room downstairs in Cyprus. These are 2 beds right here together. 2 reclining hospital type beds, so this is where I'd sleep next to him every night. This TV is where he'd be playing his computer games a lot, and where we watched a lot of television. We did a lot of both of those. So this is where we spent, especially Dad being bedridden, spent most of his last 17 months. So thanks for listening. Love y'all. Bye.